Deepa Raman. She covers Facebook and other tech companies for the Wall Street Journal. And Deepa, thanks so much for joining us. I'm sure you would also enjoy any of those leaks as well from people inside TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube. So Donnie just touched on this. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg held an earnings call yesterday in the wake of the release of the Facebook papers. Take a listen.
Good faith criticism helps us get better. But my view is that what we are seeing is a coordinated effort to selectively use leaked documents to paint a false picture of our company.
Now, forgetting for a second the irony of Mark Zuckerberg being offended at the idea of selecting limited information, providing that to people and enraging individuals, which is basically his entire business plan, it's really amazing to see him playing the victim here.
Yeah, I mean, that's been the Facebook tone and posture during this entire process, starting when the Wall Street Journal started reporting on these documents back in September till now. I mean, the company feels like it's under siege, and that's just a continuation of a mentality that we've been seeing from them since Cambridge Analytica, 3 years ago. They've just built up over time as each scandal has mounted. They've come to a place where they believe that they are being wronged. Just publicly by a lot of this media pressure.
What do you make of his tone on that call?
He was pretty angry, and I think extremely frustrated. I think, Mark has been in charge of this company since he was 19. It's his entire legacy, and I think the feeling internally is that that legacy is being attacked. That's our understanding just from talking to sources and other people around him, is just there's a feeling that he's being personally attacked, that this company is actually really good and it does a lot of really good things in the world, and everybody in the media is shortchanging that. When, the reality is that these are interesting documents that expose interesting, important issues inside these companies that deserve public scrutiny.
I never seen so many facial expressions when a person talks.
Facebook employees expressing fear and concern about what Facebook is doing. It's not you or me judging them. It's their own employees saying history is not going to judge us kindly.
I didn't know Jake Tapper had a list.
Nobody cares what I think, and that's fine. But these are people who are deep in the algorithms, people who understand the way these systems work, who are tasked with the job of finding the weak spots and finding the areas where Facebook is failing to meet some of their promises. We just heard that that segment from today's hearing where all these different tech companies talked about the fact that they have policies. This has been Facebook's standpoint too. They have long said, yeah, we have policies against hate speech, policies against nudity, but what
they banned my friend today.
To what extent
he was talking about he got the shot and was having adverse reactions.
And what the document shows is that they're having a lot of trouble.
They blocked his
from TikTok, Snapchat, and YouTube are obviously testifying today on Capitol Hill.
Let's be clear. I live in St. Mary's County, Maryland. A 50-something-year-old man got the shot because he's trying to help. That 50-something-year-old man had heart problems. That's why his doctor told him to get the shot. Well, now that 50-something-year-old man put on Facebook that he and the other people he know that got the shot are having problems. Well, then he went to list the truck for sale, and it won't work. He's being blocked by Facebook right now today, October 26th, 2021. Jake Tapper is giving some good information on Facebook, but right now, they're blocking people for talking about getting the shot.
Said, and their focus was a lot on the idea of how their companies interact with children on social media, because kids are more on TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat than they are on Facebook. You've written about this a lot.
Watching
These apps
TV.
are creating long-term mental health
Here's the problem. Here's the reason for this ad. This show.
Also, we just heard in that report about
eating problems, suicide, selling drugs,
are we as a society,
gangs,
is the news media in general paying
group rape?
I don't think we fully understand.
No, we have no clue.
The way that these apps work and interact.
We're too busy watching y'all.
Communities. We know
and football.
That Instagram has internal research that said that for
whether it be round or oblong,
teenagers who already experience body image issues, that 1/3 of them felt like Instagram made things worse.
And Snap.
Right. We know that for at least a subset of teens, may not be 100%, but at least a sizable chunk of them that
and Facebook
Instagram
and CNN
pre-existing issues, and so that's got to be
all
the
y'all
case with all these other companies. But what we're not really getting from those companies is what their findings are, what their research is, and how robust that research is. I mean, that's one thing from these Facebook files. You see them and you see that this is a company full of people who are conscientious, who are thoughtful, who are thinking through these big issues. I'm not sure if the other companies that testify today have similarly robust kind of integrity teams inside the company.
Yeah, and as opaque as Facebook is, these other companies are even less transparent. Deepa, Sheeparaman, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Great to have you on the show. We have